Welcome to World Prism. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. The world isn't just a chessboard of great powers, it's a dance floor, and Argentina is caught between two partners, the US and China. Each step Argentina takes is carefully watched, not just by these giants, but by the entire international community. The stakes are high, and every move could tip the balance of its future. With a history of economic turmoil and hyperinflation, Argentina desperately needs foreign currency to stabilize its economy. The scars of past crises are visible in shuttered factories, long lines at banks, and a population that has learned to be wary of sudden change. The US, via the IMF, is a traditional but demanding lender. China, meanwhile, offers vital credit and investment with fewer strings. Both powers see Argentina as a strategic prize, and their offers come with their own sets of expectations and risks. The BRICS invitation in 2023 symbolized a chance to join an alternative economic order, promising new alliances and opportunities. But the election of President Javier Milei shifted Argentina back toward the US, signaling a return to more familiar, if sometimes fraught, partnerships. This isn't just about ideology, it's about survival. For ordinary Argentinians, these high-level decisions translate into daily realities: the price of food, the value of their savings, and the hope for a more stable future. Aligning with Washington means access to established institutions and the global financial system. Turning to China means crucial trade, infrastructure projects, and a financial lifeline that can keep the economy afloat when times get tough. Argentina's leaders must weigh allegiances against urgent economic needs, balancing short-term relief with long-term sovereignty. Every decision is a gamble, with consequences that ripple through society. The country's story is a microcosm of a global trend, developing nations leveraging great power rivalry for their own advantage, seeking to extract the best possible terms from both East and West. The dance continues, with every step watched by the world. In this delicate balancing act, Argentina's choices will shape not only its own destiny, but may also offer lessons for other nations navigating the shifting tides of global power. The BRICS invitation forced Argentina to choose: join a rising bloc with significant economic potential or stick with the West, its traditional allies. BRICS membership promised new trade opportunities, a louder voice on the global stage, and an escape from the stringent conditions imposed by the IMF. But Milei's election in late 2023 brought a sharp pivot. His government rejected BRICS, signaling loyalty to Washington and its policies. Yet, Foreign Minister Mondino left the door open, hinting at future flexibility and potential shifts in policy. This wasn't a clean break, it was a strategic pause. Argentina can't afford to alienate China or Brazil, its top trading partners, which are crucial for its economy. The rejection was political theater for the US, a show of allegiance, but economic pragmatism ruled behind the scenes, ensuring Argentina's interests were safeguarded. While Milei attended Trump's inauguration, showcasing a strong bond with the US, his team quietly negotiated with Beijing. Publicly, Argentina leaned west. Privately, it kept options open, maintaining a delicate balance. This duality is Argentina's strategy, a calculated move to navigate complex international waters. Say one thing, do another, and keep both superpowers engaged in a careful dance. In global politics, survival often means ambiguity and strategic maneuvering. Argentina's balancing act is far from over, and its next moves will be closely watched. The stakes are high, and the world is watching as Argentina walks this tightrope. Milei's anti-China rhetoric faded fast when reality hit. The economic situation in Argentina was dire, and the need for immediate financial relief became paramount. Argentina needed cash, and China delivered. The financial lifeline came at a crucial time, providing much-needed stability. In June 2024, Argentina renewed a $5 billion currency swap with China. This agreement was more than just a financial transaction, it was a strategic move. Not a loan, but access to Yuan for vital imports and debt payments. This arrangement allowed Argentina to bypass the dollar, easing some of the economic pressures. This swap stabilizes reserves, lets Argentina pay the IMF, and bypasses the dollar for Chinese trade. It was a multifaceted solution to a complex problem. The US tried to intervene, but Argentina couldn't refuse the lifeline. The economic reality outweighed any political considerations. For China, these swaps are part of a bigger plan. They are strategically expanding their influence through financial means, building a yuan-based network across the global south. This network aims to reduce dependency on the US dollar, For Argentina, it's about survival. The economic hardships faced by the population made this deal a necessity. Ideology takes a back seat to solvency. The immediate need to stabilize the economy was the priority. The swap is a quiet weapon in a global currency contest. It's a strategic move in the larger game of international finance. China isn't replacing the dollar overnight. However, each deal strengthens their position. But it's building influence, one deal at a time. Each agreement adds to their growing financial network. Argentina's choice shows how financial leverage shapes geopolitics. The yuan's reach grows, influencing even those countries with traditionally pro-US stances. Even in countries with pro-US leaders, the economic necessity often dictates the direction of international alliances. In the end, necessity trumps rhetoric. The harsh economic realities force countries to make pragmatic choices. The currency war is fought in back rooms. These negotiations and deals happen away from the public eye, not on campaign trails. The real battles are waged in financial agreements and strategic partnerships. China's influence in Argentina isn't just in bank vaults, it's on every street corner. Chinese-owned supermarkets, El Chino, now dominate Buenos Aires' grocery sector, offering affordable goods in a time of crisis. ICBC, China's banking giant, is a top player, financing everything from consumer loans to major infrastructure. China buys over half of Argentina's beef and invests in lithium, solar, and nuclear projects. The Belt and Road Initiative has funneled billions into Argentina's economy. For ordinary Argentinians, China means jobs, cheaper food, and new opportunities. Politicians may talk West, but the economy runs on Chinese trade and investment. On the ground, China's soft power is undeniable. The US isn't sitting idle as China rapidly expands its influence in Argentina. Trump's administration imposed steep tariffs on BRICS nations, directly targeting de-dollarization efforts. The US is racing China for Argentina's lithium, signing new mineral deals to counter Beijing's growing lead. Security concerns loom large. Washington warns about China's deep space station in Neuquén, calling it a potential military threat. The US frames China as both an economic rival and a security risk to its interests. These moves force Argentina to choose sides, or at least appear to do so. The pressure is immense, but Argentina keeps playing both sides for now. The country is now a frontline in the ongoing US-China rivalry. Despite talk of de-dollarization, the US dollar still rules global finance, nearly 90% of transactions and over half of central bank reserves. But cracks are showing, more oil trades in other currencies, BRICS nations stockpiling gold, and new digital payment systems like BRICS Bridge. China's approach is gradual. Currency swaps and blockchain platforms chip away at the dollar's dominance. The yuan isn't dethroning the dollar, but it's becoming a regional kingmaker. For countries like Argentina, this means new options and leverage. The future isn't dollar versus yuan. It's a multipolar world of competing blocks. Argentina can hedge its bets, avoiding total dependence on any one power. The financial landscape is shifting slowly, but surely. The next era will be defined by complexity, not clear winners. Argentina's future isn't about choosing the US or China, it's about survival through pragmatism. Milei's government talks up the West but quietly deepens ties with China. The country will keep seeking US investment and IMF support, while relying on Chinese trade and credit. This balancing act is the new normal for middle powers. For Washington, the challenge is to offer more than warnings. For Beijing, it's proving economic ties can outlast politics. Argentina's choices will echo across Latin America. The story isn't about clear victories, but about navigating a multipolar world with flexibility and resolve. The final chapter is unwritten, but Argentina's path will be paved with pragmatism, dancing between the dollar and the yuan.